Hello, cherry lovers. Hey, we're back up here on the farm. Boy, did we have a good vacation. Yeah, we went through a hurricane, but we had a great vacation. So stay tuned and I'll tell you a little more, and I'll tell you why I'm back up here on the farm. Okay, as I was telling you a little bit ago, I'm up on the farm. I got a few things I got to do inside the high tunnels. That's where I'm walking to right now. And I'm checking a few things over, and I got a little bit of trimming next spring, but everything else went to bed. It's on to sleep and looking really good. So let me turn this around and show you, and then I'll tell you guys how wonderful our vacation was. Okay, let's walk in here. Like I said, as you can see, everything, the trees, as far as branches and everything, are looking really good. There's a few things that, like I said, I've been going over as I was out here yesterday and checking to see what has to be trimmed on these, just to show you a few of them. Like right here, this one right here, it has to be cut out of there. It's a sucker. So we have to get out of them. So I have to get rid of that one. And there's a few here that, like I said, if you look them all over, if you ever watch my video, you can see that this one here has to come out. This one here has to come out. Just, they're like this one here. It's just, I'd like to keep it, but it's just taking over that other branch, and it's coming from the other side, and we just don't need it. But that's what I've been doing. I've been looking at the different ones that need to be trimmed out. Look at this one. This one here is just going like crazy. Yes, in the springtime, like always, I got to trim back 6-8 inches so that it promotes more branches. So that's what I was doing out here. Just kind of looking around and checking out the high tunnels and all of them. Everything's looking real good. I've kind of made a determination of what I'm going to do in the second high tunnel. Let's walk over there and we'll see what we got going on over here. This one here, excellent. I'm praying to the good Lord that we don't have a bad spring like last year, because if we don't, all these trees in here are ready for fruit. They're ready to go. So we'll give it a whirl. But in here, a little different. I got a lot of things going on that'll have to happen towards spring. And that's what I got going on. So down this first row, as you guys can see, I got a lot of grafting to do, but I got these, I'm going to trim them. These ones right here, I'll trim, and I'm going to put a trellis down through here, and I'm going to put them on a trellis and see how they grow, only because these trees here are, when the high tunnel went up, they're so close to the high tunnel. Then I'm going to put this on a trellis down through here and see if I can grow them on a trellis. They say we can. So I'm going to give that a whirl. Out here, we're just going to let them go. These two are far enough away from the high tunnel. And everything is looking good. I was looking them all over. If they make it through the winter, we'll be doing good. We got a few, like I said. I'm going to have to do some grafting, because I'll show you this one right here to show you what I mean by grafting. See how this one down here, they're all coming out at the rootstock, all right? That's where the Zion and the rootstock come together. Well, they're all below the rootstock, so that's rootstock. I have to graft 1 or 2 of them with another Zion, which I'm going to take cuttings from the other next spring from the other high tunnel and graft all them on. Them are going to save them, so I'm not losing out there. So that's what I got to do. I got a few like this one here. There's graft. But this one here, I noticed after I saw the graft, all of them were below the graft, I should say. That one right there is above. So that one's taken off. I got quite a few of them in here that I realized that are way above the graft, like this one here. If they come on next year, hey, we're in good shape. Like this one here, it's above the graft. One right there, right there. The rest of them are below. So I got a lot of things going on, and this is going to be a lot. This is what I got a baby starting next spring. These two right here, you can see, are way below the graft. So those are rootstock. So I've got to clip them back, and then I'm going to graft. Same way with this one. It's graft. I got to graft it because it's right there at the rootstock. So all I do is take a clipping. Say I'm going to clip this back 6 inches up here. Well, I'll find one that's about the size that I need, clip it, graft it on, and clip it there, so they're both the same size, the stalks of them, and we're going to take it and graft them on it, and they should take off. So I got a lot of work inside my high tunnel, on high tunnel 2, because of what happened this spring, and such a late snowstorm, and it caused a lot of damage in here. But we're going to continue. I'm telling you, we're we're getting there, and it's a lot of work, but I can bring it back. So that's what I'm planning on doing there. Now out here, everything, like I said, has gone to sleep, and I got a few that have to be grafted. There's, like I said, there's about 8 to 10 of them that have died. I didn't want them to die, but that just happens. So anyways, we got this to do next spring. Yeah, today is nice out, but we got a box all underside in. Got to paint. I'm not sure if I'm just going to paint or I'm going to buy board and batten and put on there and do that. I'm not sure yet, but I got all winter to work on that. So like I said, we're doing what we're doing. And seeing how it's going to be this week up here, the rest of this week I should say, is going to be nice. I'm going to be out here doing stuff. I got wood to cut. I think I'm cutting that one down. You know, I just noticed something. We're going to walk over here. The apple trees are doing real good. They're doing wonderful, folks. They really are. So let's walk over here. I see one thing. The deer have found the corn. And like I said, this all next year is going to be all garden. So, but I plan on buying a whole lot of fencing and fence it all in really good, just like the apple trees. We got to protect our investments. But one thing I have noticed, I'm very surprised, which adds to firewood, but look over here, folks. This tree's bent down over here, and I plan on doing some cutting on that. But that tree right there, the wind must have came up because I got firewood. It fell off right there. So I got another tree, a lot of oak, a lot of firewood. I just got to get my hind end out here and do it. So I'm going to go out and check the deer blinds right now. That's what we're up here for, starting next week is deer season. So we're going to go out and check the deer blinds. So I'm going to take you guys along out in the woods and check things out, and we'll see what we can run across out in the woods. I got, I would say, but if I go by road, it's about 1/4 of a mile, and we go back on the trail and everything. If I go back through the woods, it's probably a little shorter, but I'm going to take the road today because I don't feel like going through the woods. Plus, we got bow hunters out there, and I don't need to disturb them, and I don't want to disturb them. So let's go out and take a walk. And as you can see, before I get going, I still got a lot of mulch. That has to come out of here by spring. That definitely has to come out of here by spring. I got a lot of work ahead of me. I know it. We got a lot of work going on. Got a lot of things going on in the spring that keep going. But let's take a walk up this road and go back and check these blinds out. I told the guys I would, so I'm going to take you guys along and see if we can find anything and run across anything. So here we go. So as we're walking, I guess I'm going to do a real rambling. I'm going to tell you that we had a wonderful time. I mean, fantastic time in Cancun. Yes, we went through a hurricane. Yes, we had 50, 60 mile an hour winds overnight, but everything turned out, and it was a wonderful trip. We couldn't go on a lot of excursions we were wanting to do. out in the ocean and everything, and swim with the dolphins, all this kind of stuff we didn't get to do because of the hurricane, but we still had a really, really good time. And if you guys go back and check that video out, the last video, it'll show you what we had and what we did. And I'm telling you what, like I said, I'm very surprised how well the Mexican people took care of us. They took care of us wonderful. I mean, our security, or our, you know, protection for them was their number one thing. I can't stress it enough. They were, hey, they made sure they went out of their way to make sure that we were taken care of. Yes, we were, you know, a little disappointed, but they were on top of it. I know that they get a lot of them, so they understand that, but I was very impressed. I really was. I was, wow, they did their job. And like I said, if you guys get a chance, Panama Jack, great. I would recommend that for anybody. I really would. If you guys are going to take a trip, take one. Go there. It wasn't bad at all. I think it was all inclusive. Around $800, everything was included. We had a good time. So I'm ready to go back. I keep telling them, the family, when are we going? Let's book another one. So like I said, but I'm back up here in the farm, and like I said, I told you I'm going a quarter of a mile down the road. So there's the farm behind us. I'm still moving. So let's turn this around and show you where we're going. Beautiful day. Like I said, it's in the upper 50s, almost 60. Very not normal for November up here. They're saying it's supposed to be this way all week, but we'll take it. I mean, next week is deer season on the 15th. I'm hoping it cools down a little bit. I don't want it ice cold. That's one thing as I've gotten older. Cold. No, not for me. Not for me at all. So we're coming down here. Like I said, we're getting ready to go on the trail. I see deer tracks in the road. I knew there would be. There's deer in the area because they come on the farm. So let's go down this hill and we'll start into the woods. And a long time ago, I took this walk, I don't know, a few videos way back. And that was when I lost my drone. I bought that brand new drone. Check that video out. But I walked down here and somebody said, well, this is all national forest. Are you worrying about bears, coyotes? Do I worry about them? In the back of my mind, they're there. That thought is there, but for the most part, no. Coyotes we have here they live in the forest here. They're not around a lot of people, so they see people and they run. All right, they have nothing. Same thing, about the same thing with black bear. They see you, they run. There's always that possibility. One might be a little ticked or having a bad day and decide to confront you, but that's very odd. So anyway, so I don't worry about that. It's deer. I worry about people more than I worry about the animals up here. So anyways, we'll continue to go on here. I'm gonna go down this, turn on this trail right here, and then I gotta take the snowmobile trail because we go up into our ways, which if you go back to when you get to these blinds, and what I'm gonna do is probably walk back. If there's nobody in the blinds, I'm gonna walk back and back towards and show you that this way is the long way. All right, coming down here and walk the trail. If I walk behind the farm, behind the house, and go back into the national forest that way to the blinds, guess what? I get there a lot sooner. But I think I'm going to take that way back. It's just a good walk through the woods. It really is. On a day like today, when I decided I was going to go for a walk, I said, well, let's take it off. You know, we ain't going to have too many more of these days, people. Not up here. It's up and down, but the kind of weather we're having right now is, yep. So, and when I get back, like I said, the next couple days, I'm going to cut firewood, and I'll bring you guys along for that because I got to get this year, folks, instead of buying wood, I've got to get it cut. I just have to get enough wood cut so that when I come up here in the wintertime off and on, I'll have enough wood. Whew, nice workout. So, and of course, by the end of the month, I will officially be 63 years old. So all these walks do me some good, and I need more of it. So, but like I said, I love it up here, people. More than you know. I love it, I love it, I love it. Like I said, we have a house in the southern part of Michigan, and we have the farm up here in the northern part of Michigan, but I'd rather be here than down home. So that's where I'm at right now. I told the wife I was coming up here for a few days. She said take off and go, so I'm taking off and going. So I'm up here. Like I said, I got some work to do, and I'm also going to do some playing. So, but like I say, I want to show you guys all that is out here, because like I said, there's a lot of forest out here. And let me kind of go down and show you what I see. Take a look right there. What do you see, folks? Yep, deer tracks. They're in here. I just got to find them. A lot of the people around here, I've talked to the different friends of mine that I have up here. They've seen them. They've seen some big ones. The only trouble is, will we see them at deer hunting time? So that's the mystery. You see them all summer long, as I've been putting in the videos. You see all these deer, and you see them. And right around the last of September, 1st of October, all the way into December, don't know where they go. But I do one thing. If I ever find where all these deer go during hunting season, there must be a party there. So I could find my pick. So here we go. Okay, we're coming up on the blind, and I'm seeing a lot of deer tracks. I don't mean a little deer track. I mean a lot of deer tracks. Matter of fact, here's how big a deer tracks we're seeing. Look at them. That right there is a monster. That's a big one, not a little one. So, all right, we're gonna venture off down the hill here. I'm back in here far enough that I know where I'm at, and I know where the deer blind is. So let's take a walk in here and see where we end up. And seeing that I've been going to this deer blind for years, on top of years, on top of years, I know where I'm going. So anyway, we're gonna work our way back to the deer blind. A buddy of mine, he hunts here. There's 2 years ago, I think it was, we had probably got three spikes out of here. So very peaceful, very quiet. Nice setting. Nice. Just a minute ago, the wife called. She ever checks in on me every now and then. She says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm out in the woods." She's "Out in the woods?" I said, "Yeah, I still got service out here." She's had me laughing, and I told her, "It's peaceful out here." She says, "It's peaceful here too." I just laughed. It ain't peaceful at home. But it's very peaceful up here. Very. Wow. I'm telling you what, with all the wind we had this year, we have a lot of firewood in the woods. If I had to burn firewood and lived up here year round, people, I would have enough firewood to last me in this national forest for the rest of my life. There's so much oak laying down here. We don't burn. A lot of people out west burn the pine. We don't burn the pine because we have so much hardwood. So we use the hardwood instead of the pine. But there's still a lot of pine here too, but we're looking at a lot of hardwood. And I don't know if you guys can see out there or not, but if you look right straight ahead, there's the deer blind coming up on the blind. where all the deer are. Well, we got all the deer a few years ago. I don't know if they're here yet. I thought I'd come out here and set them in it. Very quiet. All right. Wow. All he has to do is put his pop up and he'll be ready to go. This is what he'll be sitting and looking at open in the morning. And I know some of you out there are going to say, why is all the black around the bottom? 3 years or 4 years ago, somewhere in that vicinity, they came in here and they burned. They did what they call a control burn to burn up all the excess crap that's on the bottom, and that's what you see. So that is the reason for the season. So, but this is what he'll see when he's sitting here in his blind. And you know, most of the time he'll be sitting out here looking, and I'm going to pan the way he would probably be looking. I occasionally look behind him, but for the most part, yeah, that's what we're going to see right there. So, and that's what he'll continue to do until he sees a whitetail walking around. And I would say his shooting range is right straight through there. I don't know if he's feeding the squirrels and the rabbits and stuff or not, but let's walk out here and see. He was up here last weekend and said he was going to feed the squirrels, rabbits, and birds. So let's see if he's done such a thing. Kind of looks like he did. There's a little bit left. Yep, there's a little bit left. They've been in here, they've been eating. There's a carrot. There's some sugar beets. So, yep. So anyways, all things looking good and at this blind. Now let's go check our closer blind, which is not really that far from the house. It's far enough away, but the problem is at our age, we don't want to go too awful far. When you shoot a deer, do we have to drag it back? You seen the way I came. So we get it out to the road, out here the trail, we can go get the truck. But you know, we're all of us guys that come up here are getting older and older. And we used to venture, well, I used to venture way off, and I mean way off in the woods. But as I've gotten older, it's like, no, Larry, you better stay closer. Not that my health ain't good, because it is. It's really good. But hey, at this age anymore, you just never know. I'm always plugging along, and like I said, the doctor said for a 63-year-old man, I'm very healthy. So, well, I thank him every day when he says that. So, we're trying. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit, but I just wanted to bring you guys along and show you what's going on out here. Show you that, you know, off the farm, there's a lot of woods. There's not just a little bit of woods. Like I said, right now I'm probably a half a mile I've walked here from the woods, in the woods. And all right, this is going back to the farm. Okay, that's west. If I turn and kept going east, if I went, there's probably 17 to 20 miles right due east. It's all national forest. I mean, yes, there's roads and there's service roads and everything, but that's all national forest. So I know I'm not walking that far, because once you go too far, you're looking for trouble. Possibility of getting lost. So I go this way. Well, I know where I know, and I go where I go. So I'm going back out here to the road. What we're going to do, then we're going to venture off to the other side and go to the other one and work our way back, all the way back to on the back road behind the house. So like I said, I wanted to bring you guys along. It's a beautiful day, and I don't know, there's a lot of people that are country folks out here, and they've got country all over them. But there are a lot of city people, and we're not knocking them. They live in the city. They don't get to get out here and see all this. So I'm bringing it to you guys. I'm going to bring it to you and show you that this is kind of how we live up here in northern Michigan. And like I said, this is an ATV trail, or anything else you want to ride on it. Snowmobile trail in the wintertime. But let's go on off this way. We're going to venture off over to the blind over here, and we'll see what we can find out over here. And then we'll slowly walk our way back to the swamp, and we'll head back to the house. I just thought wanted to take you guys along. Like I said, this time of year, not a lot of content. Everything's slowed down on the farm. Not a lot that can be done. After I get firewood cut, if I still have time, I'm going to try and set some posts inside the high tunnel and see if I can't kind of start getting the posts in for the trellis I want to do. But like I said, there's a lot of things on the list, and it's sad, but I can talk myself out of stuff so fast it ain't funny. So I can get started on something going along, and pretty soon it's like, well, we'll just let that go. And that's not good. That's not good when you're when you're on the farm and you got things that's got to be done and got to get done. So it is what it is. So I think we're coming up on that blind. Yeah, nice adventure out here. Like I said, I could do this every day. I mean, it could be snowing a blizzard, and I could put my snowmobile suit on and come out here and just go for a walk, because there ain't no butty, there ain't no thing, and it's pure quiet. Now, a lot of people, quite a few videos ago, said, wow, we see that these trees are all being planted in rows. And you're dead right. Back in the early 1900s, they came through here and lumbered everything, cut everything. I mean, it was barren. And of course, if you read any history in Michigan, the lumbering days, and CCC Corp came in here and replanted these forests to bring them back. And they did an excellent job. But there's places where there's a lot of trees that are planted in rows, and that's the reason why is you have so many of them, because this is part of the national forest that they totally annihilated and cut. And some of these you see, they're like that one right there, that huge one right there, them are still some of the virgin timber. I mean, and the rest isn't. But anyways, we're at the other blind. This is the one that I don't know if I'm going to hunt out of it. My brother's going to hunt out of it. Who's going to hunt out of it? But it's an extra blind. They've been seeing a lot of excuse me. They have seen quite a few bucks out here in this opening. All right. So are we going to hunt it? Yeah. everybody around here, I know you people are probably going to ask this question, that around here, everybody knows that these two blinds in this area, in this area of the woods, they know that the hunting party that I have come up, and the hunting all that come up here to go hunting, they know that we hunt in this area. So for the most part, if we see somebody, it's somebody new that don't know that that's who it is. Most of the people that closest to us know that they know exactly where I hunt. They know where we're next to the farm here. So most people don't hunt here. We do, but there's a possibility. Can we stop them? Can I come out here and see this blind with somebody in it? Yep. And can I make them move? Nope. This is a national forest. But is this our blind? Yes. So for the most part. All right. Let's go across through there, because if I go out through there in the opening and walk on around, we'll end up over to the swamp, and I'm going to take you guys that way. But boy, we've had a windstorm, because look at the oak. We have oak trees down everywhere. I think next spring the old Kubota and the three-wheeler is going to be out here, because we're going to cut up some of this stuff. Because look at that. Look at. Firewood, 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 people. Anyways, let's venture on. Now we're coming out into the opening. Like I said, 5 or 6 years ago, maybe a little longer, they cut this off. Said they wanted to make a fire break for the farm. So in case we had a forest fire. Of course, if people know Michigan, and we had somebody that, our DNR out here, the lady, she come from Arizona out California way, and she's cutting stuff that says we're trying to prevent forest fires, and we don't need to have in case of, as she calls it, the Santa Ana winds. Michigan does not have Santa Ana winds. Okay, when we have forest fires, they start and they burn and they can get out of control, but the wind doesn't control it. So usually as soon as they get out, if they get right on it, they usually have it within a day or so under control, and it's all done. We don't have a lot of Santa Ana winds, but I'm doing a little rant here, but she thinks that because where she come from, this is what they do. Out there, they need to do that. They need to protect themselves from the winds because of the fires and how fast they spread. Not here. So this right here is basically a farce. It doesn't work. Not here. Yeah, is it a protection? I guess for me on the farm, I would say so, but it's just, sometimes you got to realize that the demographics of where you're living, certain states, certain things don't apply. What happens out west and what they do out west doesn't necessarily apply here in Michigan. So, but like I said, you get somebody from out there, she brings her ideas here, and they don't work. And people have tried to tell her that, but she's on that position, so we have to live with what she does. So that's the reason why you see a fire break along the farm. Was it something I wanted? No. I'd rather have it all woods here right next to the farm, but the government owns this property, and I guess we have a say-so, but we don't have a say-so. If that's what you want to hear. So, but we're heading off. Now we're heading for the swamp. If you look over there, that's the, back over there, that's the swamp. I'm just taking the path of least resistance. They've furrowed a path here to stop the grass fires back when they did it. And it's basically for me and for the deer, we walk it. And any other animal that wants to take the path of least resistance, and that's what we've been doing. So that's why this path is here, and that's why I'm following it. But yeah, we're coming up on the, and as you can see, I'm gonna see if I can get that up there. The sun is trying, see it? Trying. But, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but if I go over here, the white in the woods right straight ahead, there's the high tunnels. So, not too far. Like I said, I got 5 acres. But with all the national forest here, it's like having, well, 405,000 acres, because there's about 400,000 acres to the north and east of me. So it's like having a lot of land at your disposal. And I enjoy it every day, because there's really nobody next to me. Another thing I haven't told you is the property right to the west of me, that's 15 acres. It is for sale, and it's pending. Don't know who's going to buy it or who is trying to buy it, but it is for sale. So there is a possibility that we might have a neighbor a little bit closer than we've had. So, like I said, you have to live with it. And I hope for the best. I hope we get a good neighbor. You just never know. So, and as you guys can see, we're back. We are back home on the back half of the property. And coming up. That's quite a walk, people. Quite a walk. Like I said, if I walk that every day, that's probably almost a 2-mile stretch around. Enjoyable, peaceful, quiet. I'm sweating. So it is warm, and I'm getting warm. And if you guys look up over there, there's the house. So, I've taken you guys on a little journey. If you guys got any questions about this little journey I went on, leave the comments. We love them. Ask any questions you want about anything. We always try to answer everything. And like I said, and for those of you that do live in the city and don't get out into the country, that's a great great walk for you guys to go on. It's beautiful out here, and I thought I'd bring it to you guys. And for you country folks that have this kind of stuff around you, and I just thought I'd show you guys what we have. And like I said, I'll say it again, if you guys like this video, like we always say on YouTube, like and subscribe. I need my numbers up. I'm not going to tell no lie. I would appreciate more subscriptions. I'd appreciate you guys more comments. I would appreciate more likes. And we do love you here at Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm. All of you. And I mean all of you. All of you. I just happened to look and see some hair. Don't know where that came from, but anyways, like and subscribe, and come back and see us and watch us. We do appreciate it. Like I said, we're trying. And we do love you guys. We're back here at the house, and I do love it. Let me switch back here and show you guys. So you guys take it easy. We'll see you on the next one. And we'll just kind of walk up to the house. So I'm going to go in the house here and get me some lunch and relax. So as you can see out here, I'm on the, well, as Dan from Home in the Sticks. Go watch his channel. Good channel. We're in the back 40s, as he calls it. So, I don't have 40 acres, but that's the way he says. So, we're on the back 40. So, anyways, there's the farm. Everything's asleep. And you guys enjoy until the next time. And you will be seeing firewood being cut because this old man has to have some. Bye now.